you. Let's start this up, everybody.
Alrighty. So.
Wow. This is gonna be an oof session today.
It is gonna be a new session. But it's gonna be a good session.
Wait, are we already on episode 10?
It should be 11.
Fuck.
If it's showing up as 10, refresh your stream.
Okay.
Ben's on the drugs.
Yeah, I am.
And we're taking you back to the. We're taking you back.
It's good to know that if I pull up a stream, I get to see the map.
Yeah, we're at 11. Holy fuck.
That's
Yeah,
the only
right?
That's the only problem with the DM streaming is that everyone sees everything. I should start making the rule players are not allowed to watch stream.
I mean, I don't watch it, I just have it up in the background.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just have it up in the background as well. Just to...
Also, quick reminder, don't get within 5 feet of me currently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're a freaking
yeah.
fire tornado or whatever right now.
I honestly, actually just want to, move 5 feet up and just, put a torch out and then just light it off of your flames and then hand it to somebody.
Oh god. I want to cast freaking ray of sickness and see how big it explodes.
Oh god.
Why?
Because why not?
Why? All I want to do is literally give people light.
Yeah, and I want to see
I
what
don't
happens.
need it. I have torches that I don't need to use.
Oh, that's
I still wanna see
another.
what happens if I shoot down a ray of something that's flammable towards a fire. I know what's gonna happen, but
There we go. Because I still have to play as Nomad.
until you figure out a way to poof away Magic Man.
Well, I already have an idea for Magic Man, so we just gotta get to it.
How are we gonna kill Alistair? So that's why you're wearing the fancy stuff, because you're killing the guy that sadly can't come anymore.
Oh, wait, hold up.
No, I'm wearing the fancy stuff because we're I can't tell you because it'll spoil it, but
Because
this
you
is a
wanna
clue.
kill Nomad.
This
You look
right here is a
hella-
clue.
You look hella baller right now.
Yeah, I know. Like
You look
Brand-
hella fucking baller right
like,
now. I can't
branded
get a
hat.
language.
space. Yeah.
You look like you're about to flex on some bitches.
Alright, well,
No,
now
I'm
I feel
gonna-
like I have to go on
I'm gonna
Twitch to see
slide
it.
it in DMs like
same.
Charlemagne slid to
Yeah.
save a crew. No.
Freaking- he's not online on Discord. I can't
No,
just
okay.
pop open Discord. So freaking.
Yeah.
And completely forgot to do something. Why am
And I got a Metro ad.
Sorry.
RTM, man. Boy, RTM.
Duh.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Metros, so I really need
Oh,
to
by
catch
the
up.
way, I'd just like to point out to our boy Lethal. Just so you know, Russians drive on the right side of the road.
Excuse me while I troubleshoot as to why Discord won't let me link Spotify.
Yeah.
Don't
Why
actually.
won't you go
Oh,
away?
damn, Crimson? You do look baller tonight, dude.
That.
I'm gonna sit here awkwardly because I will always be a
Honestly,
yes,
just-
Someone's dying tonight, he got fancy.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's either gonna be I have the highest feeling it's Nomad just because he said he has a way. But
You can't die because you have plot armor. You're the chosen one.
that makes me want to die even more.
Do I need to kill one of you to prove you don't have plot armor?
I mean, you can
would-
kill Sally to prove that there's no such thing as plot armor.
Yeah, because I genuinely asked, like, did y'all like set some of this shit up? And you said no, so I don't think I do.
Please don't kill
So,
the doctor.
just
I
for
haven't even
credit,
played you his
just for
backstory
credit, I'm
yet.
gonna go Galactic Thunder.
Brandon, the best part is
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got plot armor. Like, all this chosen shit, I don't even know how it even relates to me. And it's me. It's the fucking stupidest thing ever.
Hmm.
How do I clear a notification without...
It's true. One day we just decided Sally has plot armor because thighs.
Oh yeah, after the freaking hour-long discussion
From
of
what?
how thick is Sally Whiteman.
Yeah, no, we sat here for an entire hour of session on stream and just talked about Sally's thighs.
Yeah, so
And
far
then I
this
sent a
seems on
picture and it
brand.
got better.
Yeah.
Apparently. Then I sent a picture and everything just got
Guys.
better.
Yeah.
How do I either like get rid of a notification or hide a notification without like actually deleting it?
You're cutting out, Kitty.
Yeah, you're cutting out quite a
I
bit.
can't even hear. What's
Yeah,
going
I
on?
can't. I can hardly hear.
What?
Crimson, you're in the same room as her.
No, like in Discord, it's not echoing. Like I don't
She's
hear
there,
her.
but she sounds like she's actually a mile away from her mic.
Yeah.
Now?
Also, Brandon, if it makes you feel better, the only ones who have any backstory growth currently is my character, because my character has made it said what it is. Everybody else doesn't know anything about anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows I was an assistant
I mean,
coroner
the thing
and I'm
is-
crazy.
The thing
That's
is, we
it.
can't really. Me and Kitty can't share any of our backstory because it hasn't been written.
I came from a Pokeball, so
Hey, that's probably the best thing to hear.
do
That's
it.
I mean,
pretty
no.
hard to beat.
Everybody in my past died, and then I was
Oh.
frozen in stone for a while, for like 60 years.
Wait, you were Han Solo?
Is this better?
I
Oh, that's, yeah.
still
I
can't
mean,
hear you.
that sounds right.
And there was another time where I was pulled under the water by a Hydra. There was lots and lots of death in my background.
Yeah, like Lethal's got a really, really deep, dark, but like really well written out background. We've got, sadly, the two cats don't have them yet.
There we go.
They're gonna be, one's gonna be uber edge though.
I mean, it's not that edge, but okay.
I think mine's probably even more edgy to be honest.
Like, I honestly don't think my backstory is gonna be edge.
I think mine actually is to an extent.
But no.
How do
I
I hide a notification without deleting it?
What do you mean hide a notification though?
Okay, so at the bottom of my is this my taskbar? Yeah. At the bottom of my taskbar, I have a notification from Discord, and it's a recommended friend, but I'm still trying to figure out who it is because it happened when I linked my league.
Yeah, for the friend notifications, you have to either approve or deny it in order for it to go away.
It has to sit there.
Oh,
You can leave it sitting there,
Screaming.
but
But my thing won't go away. My task
So
won't
just
go away.
so just accept it.
Either accept
except
it or
you can
not.
delete them later.
Then go up. So go up to your added friends, and that should get rid of the. It should let your taskbar go under.
I'm just gonna friggin' send them a friend request. I'll figure it out later.
1 year.
Now it has a something. What is? Why? Tristan, come help me. Just real quick.
The bad thing about being a techie.
I mean, you don't have to take apart another computer because Grandma decided. Well, Grandma's fucking hard drive is fucked, so you have to take apart another fucking laptop.
what is Grandma doing?
No, it's just HP sent her a computer, and I'm pretty sure they kicked it, and so hard drive decided I got kicked. I now die.
Oh,
Yeah,
We all
I
know
know what
what Grandma
happens.
was doing.
fucking.
Right click. No. Oh wait.
What the fuck is that? Don't speak to me in Morse code, motherfucker. Please stop.
listen to the song of my people.
I didn't even know that I picked up my mic at first until you said something.
Yes, please actively stop.
No, not that side. No. No. That's better. Guess I'll just deal with this for session.
Just murder the thing. Please don't shoot me in the back when I say this.
Well, while this is happening, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Feel free to start without me, because I remember what happened to the last session.
I think I'm gonna order some food.
Uber Eats some Sonic real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna Uber Eats some Fat Burger.
Some what?
Fat Burger.
Yum.
What is this?
It's as good as it sounds. It's delicious.
Fatburger is god.
Listen, I'm from Mississippi.
Although, I could really go for some In-N-Out.
Yeah, I've never had it.
Oh, In-N-Out.
Yeah, but oh really?
Some
Wow.
animal fries.
I'm from Mississippi.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. It's
I
pretty
think the
good.
closest
Pretty
here
good.
is Texas. But I've heard Texas isn't that great.
Yeah.
Probably not, because West Coast is best coast.
I
Accurate.
was talking about East
accurate.
Coast. I mean, I'm just kind of in the middle here, awkwardly. We've got Florida, but we've seen how much of crackheads they are sometimes.
Yep. Florida is interesting.
They're a bunch of crackheads and old people.
Like, people want to stick crackheads in a zoo and see what happens, but that's just Florida. You ever read news reports from Florida? They're the stupidest, funniest things on the planet.
Somebody
People
said
beat
crackhead?
each other with a freaking squirrel.
And sacrifice each other to crocodiles.
People were selling
Oh, hail
meth
the
on
great
streets.
fish.
People were selling meth on the streets because they said Jesus told them to, so they can go to space and meet the Jesus aliens, or something along
Me
those lines.
too, man.
All hail the great fish.
Which one?
The starfish, dude.
The what?
The starfish.
I don't care about the starfish.
Okay. So,
Okay.
enough with the starfish. Enough with Metro. Who wants to recap?
We met Doctor.
We had our Pokeball Man experience.
Hello. The doctor is here.
The doctor is in.
Doctor is
We met Doctor, who had the best intro of the campaign.
Honestly.
Honestly?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Continue.
That's all I got. I can't recap. I'm the doctor. I don't know.
Shit. We fought the Frost King. And
No! I remember what happened. I found fucking oranges the size of watermelons or something. That's what happened. That's what happened.
We ate those oranges.
This is
Yeah, I found.
got a pipe.
this is why I have you guys do the recaps, so I know what part of the session was a priority to you.
Look. First off, we figured out that our times gold is a whole bunch of bull.
Yeah.
I caused an avalanche.
He caused an avalanche. We
I
skipped
found out a lot about
encounter.
Kitty's backstory.
You
We
skipped
an
an
encounter that
an
he
entire
really wanted us to
encounter.
see.
Yeah.
By doing so, we caused the avalanche.
No, causing the avalanche skipped the encounter.
Kind of.
Yeah, orange
Kind of.
buffalo. Freaking, what else happened?
I found a lot about Kitty's backstory, as well as I got a pipe that has some dank ass tobacco.
Charlemagne robbed all of Icaru's money.
Yeah.
You mean my money?
I mean, I don't know what you're
my
talking
money.
about. It's obviously...
My money.
It's obviously... What's your monk's name? Hold on. I forgot.
Yeah, Ikaru got new armor.
Icaru got new armor.
About damn time.
I wasted 350 on new armor.
I now have, I think, a 17 AC? Yeah, I have a 17 AC. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you have the
I
same AC as me if I don't
officially-
have a shield.
I officially go back up to 25 AC when standing still.
Charlemagne is now my bank account, since I'm not counting how much money that he's taken from me, and I'm just gonna kind of be like,
It's okay, I counted.
"Hey, you're my bank account."
Look, we all know the highlight of that session was the giant ass oranges I found.
Were
Those...
they the size of watermelons?
Yeah, they're like the size of watermelons. That's the real important part here. Like, I sat there with Doctor, and we just gorged on 2 giant oranges. And you can't...
Oh, and Charlemagne got a random NPC drunk.
Oh, yeah. And
did
they was singing
really
in the
fucking-
morning whenever we went to go find,
Oh, and Kitty got
Yeah.
hella fucked.
Hence the learning about her
And
backstory.
She was waiting for that cue.
That's how I
was
found out
well,
about the backstory.
Guys, I can't remember last session. Probably because I was drunk.
True.
Last thing I actually remember, we were, in legitimacy, we were going to the catacombs finally.
Honestly, I think I wasn't paying much attention after I got drunk, and that's probably why I don't remember.
I think you instead of just acting drunk, you just full on just actually became
Yeah,
like.
she just went and got a bottle of vodka and downed it.
That's
No, dude.
Oh no,
That's
she
the
she
power,
actually
dude.
went downstairs and
No.
got a bottle of rum.
If I act drunk, sometimes I feel a little drunk.
It's the placebo effect,
Yeah.
Yep.
or in the best words possible, gazebo effect.
I don't know, it's the platonic relationship effect.
No, it's the gazebo effect.
Stop
You
talking.
you uncultured cretin need to watch it.
You see, that requires me to watch movies, and I'll do that.
Watch it. Do it.
no.
Do it.
No,
Okay,
just
well,
because
actually
you want me
really
to, no.
Right?
Hmm.
I actually wanted to watch it. Like,
Really
I-
good.
I
enjoyed
would
it.
rather watch One Punch Man than it.
Then watch One Punch Man.
No.
Do it.
What?
And-
What?
In the words of a wise man, just do it.
Okay, listen here, we don't need Shia LaBeouf
No!
back.
No!
He's had his time.
No! No! God, no!
Okay, Michael Scott.
Words of another wise man.
No!
Okay.
God, no!
I'll give it to you. Alright, so, you guys defeated Frost King. You bought some stuff, had a shopping spree.
Wait, I also got I also became a whack-a-mole machine for the Frost King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
He whack-a-mole me so hard, I legit just sank into the ground and he broke the fucking machine.
Pretty much one-shotting E-Crew.
My frostbite was playing whack-a-mole with Frost King's head.
Yeah.
Honestly, that entire situation could be described as Benny Hill.
We started to try the fight. We tried to start the fight by Charlemagne going sledding into the people to distract him.
It's
As
a
we
good-
were trying to sneak around.
Man,
As
it's
I
a
said,
good thing I have
Benny
Eldritch
Hill.
Blast, or else I wouldn't have been able to do a single thing that fight.
As I said, Benny Hill was the way to describe that.
Really was. And then Pokemon theme song. And then more Benny Hill.
Yeah.
It just cuts into I wanna be the very best.
And then just burn.
Hold on, I think I have something for that.
Just cut in, cut out. I like how
We're
we
gonna get
really
a Spotify session to try and join, but it's gonna fail like 90% of the time.
So I've been trying to do that, but it doesn't want to recognize that Spotify is started on my computer. Let me see if closing out of Spotify will help.
See what your friends are playing. Find friends.
Monka ass, dude. Bless you. Oh.
You sounded like the fucking wasabi kid there for a second.
Yeah, it's Discord isn't detecting
That's bad.
Spotify for some reason. Don't know why.
When you look over to Overwatch League and it's only playing ghosts. Feels bad.
Alright, so yeah, you guys defeated Frost King, you went shopping, and Ranger Tolson guided you to the entrance of the catacombs, or rather the basement beneath the Citadel. And
Basement. Ooh.
But he didn't want to go with us because he said, fuck that shit.
He
yeah.
did.
So
I mean, we're
he said it
crazy
was
for
cursed,
going
and you were like,
Fuck
why the
that
fuck
shit,
no?
I'm out.
fuck, and you guys said, fuck that shit, I'm in.
Yeah, look.
I mean, that's
we-
usually my go-to line.
This group is just kind of, you
No.
know, we met each other. 2 of us were actually hired to come here. The rest of us were like, you know what? What could go wrong?
It crew finally found out why I was here.
Yeah.
I honestly am here specifically and only because
He wants pussy.
love of
It's true though.
Oh yeah.
There isn't a second or tertiary like reason.
Yeah.
like
There's
Just
just the
because
primary.
you know you guys are together, he's like, oh, those 2 cats are really close.
Oh, wait till we
Totally
spend,
no
wait till we spend one night where we don't have wait till we spend one night where we don't have individual rooms. You'll hear stuff. We don't know whether the male is awake or not. But
One time!
one time's enough times.
this next time I will definitely be awake.
I don't think you
Well,
will.
the cats gotta stick together, I get it.
Very, very close together.
They stick together so well because they get from the benefits of it.
Thank you for that, Ben.
I don't even want to know. Okay.
This is when you have 2 people in an almost predetermined relationship. I know you didn't literally say, hey, y'all are together, but it was close enough.
I said you came to the island together, and they determined everything from there.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's close enough.
He basically set us up.
Yeah. This is your fault.
So, you all step through and fall a couple feet to the ground. Around you, cobwebs and fallen rock scatter the tunnel in front of you. As far as you can see, straight forward, there's some kind of wood-slated bridge. You can't see beneath the bridge or anything, but it appears there might be 2, maybe 3 ways to go forward.
Can I note something? This is a wood bridge, and we have a fire tornado.
Yeah, bad idea.
Look,
You're a
Sally
bad
isn't
idea.
that smart, but she understands that.
Abort mission.
Charlemagne walks forward into the darkness, lit up by this tornado of flame around him. Charlemagne, you can see definite 3 different ways to go. You can go across the bridge, and across it, the tunnel wraps around to the right into darkness. There is a path below the bridge, maybe 10, 15 feet down. And one way goes off to the right, disappearing around the corner, and one goes off to the left, curving almost kind of behind you guys. Or rather, back in the same direction. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn off my fire tornado.
Before he does that, can I reach out with my torch and light it?
That would require you getting within 5 feet of me. Are you willing to risk the damage?
I'm right. I mean, if I'm like
You-
10
your-
feet away.
your
if I'm
arms are
5
not-
foot-
Your arms are not 10 feet long.
Okay, if
But they're
I'm
5
able
foot
to
long.
reach across, like,
No matter how you try to explain this, are you willing to take the damage of getting within 5 feet of me currently?
Combat mechanics, you would have to step next to him in order to light it. Because personally, people don't take up 5 feet of space.
I'm sure what you're talking about. I take that on a personal level, sir.
You do not have a 2.5 foot radius.
Fine.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Charlemagne, instead of maybe doing that, could you just light the torch instead?
But I have a better idea.
Just don't light the bridge on fire.
My arms are gonna just be the only thing that catch fire now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move back away and just be next to Shadow. Roll him.
Everybody move up. There we go. Now I can talk like Russian. Give me just, I just need one thing.
You need to start the rah-rah.
I did start the rah-rah. That's why I'm able to speak Russian now.
It's his warm up.
Yeah, it is. Nah. So, everyone. We can go left, which is down a pit and to the left. We can go right, which is down a pit and to the right. Or we can go across bridge one by one, because I don't trust this bridge.
Taking a closer look at the bridge, it's kind of like petrified wood, but not completely stone yet.
So decaying wood.
It's not decaying. It's not. You feel the air around you, and there's almost no humidity whatsoever. It's more like just crumbling
How deep is the
slightly.
trench?
It's about 15 feet-ish. It's a tad bit shorter in some places, but for the most part, directly beneath you, it's about 15 feet.
Okay.
Ikru,
Yes?
get down in the pit.
Okay, so why am I being sent down there?
Because you are the most agile of us.
Are we sure
do
about that?
realize that I cannot exactly land on all fours, right?
That's
You
exactly
don't,
what
you
you
yes,
don't
he-
need to. You
he
don't
hasn't
need
exactly-
to land on all fours.
He
You
hasn't
need to
exactly had the best of luck with most things lately.
I feel like all of you are forgetting that there are at least 2 of us with 50 feet of hempen rope.
I'm going to use my own hempen rope, and I'm just gonna.
That makes 3 of us.
Is there a rock I can just kind of like tie it to that's sturdy?
I am a
that's
rock.
Not gonna.
He is
I mean, there's a pile of rocks, kind of on the corner right here, but it doesn't seem sturdy enough. There's not really any stalagmites that you can tie it to or anything like that.
Cool. I'm tying it to Charlemagne because I
Okay.
trust him.
Oh,
Okay.
what did it go
Legit.
wrong?
I'm
just
gonna
like,
go ahead and
"Charlie,
dig
I'm gonna
my
need you to move
claws
out of
into
the
the
way."
wall. I'm gonna go ahead and dig my claws into the wall.
Simply because of how much weight you have and how high your strength is, I'm not really. You don't even have to brace yourself. You can just kind of stand there. Crouching, you can just kind of crouching tiger it and have enough.
Do I need to roll anything to actually tie it around him?
No.
Okay.
Well-
I'm not resisting, so no.
Well, no, I'm just.
No,
saying
your
mostly because it's
dexterity's high. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
like- Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
You were
just
trained
slowly-
by a league of assassins. You know how
Yeah.
to tie knots,
Okay.
at
cool.
least enough to
Great.
support your weight.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of just
Hopefully.
instantly. I'm gonna just kind of probably either go on. I'll probably go on this side, if anything, go toward his right side.
Don't
Toward-
fall, darling.
So down this way.
Yeah, I'm slowly going down. I'm like checking my surroundings and everything and making sure that.
There's this space right here in front is 5 feet wide. Only really Charlemagne can fit. He's a big character to try to stand side by side with.
Big is understatement. I am huge.
So I'm just gonna say. Then I'm just gonna say you may have to throw me down.
I mean, you can step around him and then descend, but
Gladfully.
no one
That's
can
what I-
stand in
I'm
either of these 2
I'm going
spaces.
to pick up a crew and drop him.
I was going to. I was just gonna kind of either like, if I can't get around him, then I'm just gonna have him pick me up and kind of just like.
No, you can maneuver around him.
Just
Okay,
grab him by the scruff of his neck and like pick up
Already-
one place.
I'm already planning on it, actually. I'm just gonna
idea.
I am just
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
grab him by
I'm
the back
more-
of his
I'm
neck
more
and drop
stepping
him into
around
it.
him if I can, and if I have enough room, I'll just kind of, since I'm basically a slender ass cat that is also like 6'5", so you know, I'm just kind of like slenderly, like just kind of going around the wall and just kind of getting around him, and then just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna slowly go down this fucking cavern.
You're gonna slink around him.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking around right now.
Cat jokes.
No, that's a Morgan.
Spare you.
Yeah, that's a Morgan Freeman joke.
I'm creeping around right now.
Yeah, so you slip
It's a
slip
gassy
around him
Mexican.
and you descend into the pit, the slight tunnel.
Can I roll anything just to see if there's anything down there? Because, like, I'm trying to be very observant of what is going on down here as I'm slowly going down.
Yeah, roll me a
Very
perception check.
Okay, cool. What? Yikes.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, Ben.
You said you're going down this way.
Yeah, I'm going down more like right over here and kind of just like I'm slow. I'm taking this slow as shit right now because I have no idea what the fuck is in here. We were told that this place is pretty fucking dangerous. So.
Are you trying to be stealthy or not?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm always trying to be stealthy.
Alright,
Would you like
go
me
ahead.
to roll stealth?
Yes, please.
No.
Okay. So, you begin to make your way down the tunnel. The roof of it kind of slopes back down to maybe only 10 feet tall or so. You start sneaking your way down, being careful not to stumble over any loose rocks or make as little sound as possible, and for the most part you're pretty successful. You all watch as Ikuru just kind of disappears into the darkness. You come around the
Oh wait,
corner.
and this is complete darkness, right? You'd say? Like once I'm down to this level, because you're saying it's about 15 feet down. He's probably about like 20 feet away from me at that point.
Once you move to this square, it's complete darkness.
Okay, so once I move there, I'm just gonna snap my fingers and then activate the blessing of Santa
Okay.
right there.
Alrighty. Charlemagne, you see him
Fuck this.
walk out of your
Sneak.
firelight, and then
Fuck.
you think you would be able to see his shape moving in the darkness, but it just disappears.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rope and swing it.
Like, yank it, or...
Like, swing it to tell if he's still on the other end.
Yeah, there's some taut.
Okay.
Ikuru, you feel the rope kind of yank on you.
I'm not gonna say anything at all because once again, just trying to be stealthy, and if I say anything, that kind of ruins it. So I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, because sounds echo in these types of caves.
I'm just
So
gonna
do I
kinda-
understand how a whip works?
No.
Before you
Roll
even
me-
ask that, I'm already like down here, and I'm like, fuck no. I'm just stepping away. I'm getting into complete darkness, and since I can just kind of snap my fingers, and it's like, oh god, he's gone. Where the fuck?
I mean,
did he go?
there's still a random rope floating in the darkness because it's tied to you. So,
Oh wait, yeah, it is tied to me.
you creep around this corner, and being very careful, you're looking out. Something catches your eye.
Okay.
Slight movement in a crack in the ceiling.
In my head.
The movement crawls on your right. you feel something just barely touching your fur. You can feel every single movement. You know this feeling. It was one of the methods of teaching torture within the League of Assassins that you joined. You look,
that's not good.
You look down, and there's this slightly gray arachnid, about the size of a basketball,
It's a spooter!
climbing up your leg. You see its fangs.
Even though I'm fully invisible?
Mm-hmm.
You were still a wall that it was
You
trying
don't-
to move one way, and
You don't see any eyes on it.
Oh no.
It's got this kind of.
Yeah, no,
it's got this
I'm
kind of-
sorry. Fuck that. Fuck that thing.
Okay,
Right now.
roll your damage.
It's a spooter!
Fuck. No.
Okay.
Hold up. Would this be surprised since it is literally... Would it be surprised?
It doesn't matter. It does not have very
Cool.
many hit points.
Cool. Fuck this thing in particular.
So you kind of whip up your cape, draw your rapier, and stab directly through the head of this spider. And your blade chinks across the stone ground and flashes up sparks. The spider is dead. And you look around you. 4 more along the left-hand wall kind of creep out of the darkness. You look down.
And they're about it. They're still as big, right? Just
Yeah.
as big.
Yeah, some of them are bigger. You look down. You look down the tunnel. It kind of slopes down, and to the right, and you see a pile of rubble, just covered in cobwebs. Slight black, slight gray color.
I only have one thing to say about this. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
a massive spider kind of claws its way from inside of the webs, from inside a cocoon, and it stands. It's quite large. It's about the size of you.
Is it like the spiders in Harry Potter?
That's terrifying.
Kind of.
So it's like, like
They don't
as
have
tall as
eyes.
me?
So if
It's
you
like-
were to lay down, it's about as long as you.
I'm gonna tug on the rope very, very hard and not say a thing and just keep tugging and keep tugging until he fucking gets the fucking note.
You feel
I
a very
can't
rapid
grab.
series of tugs on the rope.
I can't grab the rope, otherwise the rope burns.
Then say something.
Someone should probably
Shadow,
pull
you
on
see,
this rope.
you see around the corner, like
No, I have it. Don't I have it tied to him? It's not.
yeah,
like,
it's
he's not-
tied to him,
Yes,
but
his hands are on fire.
yeah,
My hands are on fire, dude.
his hands ignite flammable objects, and hempen rope is extremely flammable. Shadow,
No,
you
It's
see,
very flammable and super enjoyable, dude.
I have it tied to Charlemagne. If I'm tugging on the rope, he can feel it on his waist, tugging him.
no, yeah, but he
You're
can't
missing
grab the
fact
rope to
I
pull
can't
you.
Grab the fucking rope, Ben. Otherwise, the rope burns.
I mean, you could just start running, but you might slam into the wall.
Or you.
Yeah, that's true.
Or he might get clotheslined by the rope while he's running under the bridge opposite the direction.
Yeah.
Shadow, you see the rope kind of going slack and rapidly being pulled taut.
Someone should.
Grab it.
Somebody should probably pull on this rope. He seems very distressed.
Make me a strength check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
I'm going to
Or
assist.
athletics. Athletics with disadvantage.
Athletics.
So it's straight roll since he's... How are you helping? Are you like stepping backwards to kind of pull the rope even more?
Yep.
Okay, so it's just a straight roll.
Me and her are basically switching spots here.
Yes. Oof.
Oh,
It's gonna be
dear
that
God.
kind of night.
It's gonna be a good night, everybody.
Ooh,
Ouch.
yikes.
So,
Yikes, Gabe's.
Well, at least look at it like this, Keita. She won't be shooting you in the back tonight.
what happens
happy about
is, Shadow, you kind of step around Charlemagne, and Charlemagne's backing up very quickly, and you yank on the rope, but you aren't really aware of how hard you're yanking. You just saw Ikru rapidly yank on the rope, and you're kind of scared for him, so you yank a little too hard, and Ikru, you're yanked so hard that you fall face forward as you run and slam into the ground prone.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm trying so hard.
My life. Fuck my life.
The low tar ones are better.
I'm still where I'm standing, right? Like right here. Or if I move to here.
Yes, you're standing right there.
Doing it again. It's as an action. Snap. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, you're still invisible. Or actually no, you made an attack. So, yeah.
I made an attack, so, but it's not like a once a day type thing. It does say as an action, I believe. Hold up.
Yes.
Look at it again.
Yes, it's as an action.
Yep, as an action.
I haven't edited it yet, so just right. So for now.
So from what I'm hearing, he is extra boned.
And done.
You go invisible. You snap and go invisible, and the spider's the very large spider. Its fangs are about 8 to 12 inches long,
So
and it
basically what you're
begins
saying is it's about
clawing
as
its way
long
towards
as,
you
like,
very slowly.
my forearm, right? It's basically like as long as a forearm.
Oh.
Yeah. It is massive.
I thought they were bigger.
I'm climbing. I'm gonna try and climb up. I know this
The
is a bad
fangs are that long.
idea. I'm gonna try and fucking get the fuck up. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna try climbing. I'm gonna try climbing as fast as I fucking can.
Okay. Well, you have a climbing speed, so you get up.
Yeah. Wait. Whoa. Why the fuck did I have to tie anything to you? You can climb.
Afraid that
Because
he was
we
going
know
to try
my
and jump
luck.
off.
We know my luck. That's why.
You can't fail at climbing speed.
Yeah, no. You just see my claws come out and just fucking. You just see this. Just.
I'm grabbing the rope.
That's my rope! Don't burn it! You fucking.
Charlemagne grabs the rope and it immediately ignites. The excess rope behind him, laying on the ground, slowly burns out. The fire crawls along the rope towards you, Ikru, igniting the area around you, and you see one of the spiders has reached right behind you. You weren't aware because you didn't hear anything. You just know, you can feel something there. The light crawls closer along the rope and it rears back screeching in agony, and they all recede back into the darkness. kind of just on the edge of the firelight.
Can
The
can
fire-
all the rest of us see this?
None of you can see it. Only Charlemagne and Ikru can see this.
Okay, cool.
He, silly. You should probably cast that loud thing again on me.
No.
There's a very good chance it could save Ikru right now.
No.
We
Not
are
after
in a
that.
cave. No.
Oh, come on. It would be fun.
You
You
touched
did
the
the
child
child
with your roar. No.
No.
You also tried to kill us in an avalanche.
You
No.
you crawl your way up the stone wall and latch onto the bridge and pull yourself up. The firelight kind of coming to an end off of the rope that I assume you discarded as it was burning towards you. You're not going to actively keep a burning rope tied around you.
Yeah, no, I'm like trying to like either pat it off or get it off of me very quickly before it burns me.
Yeah, on your way up to climb the wall, you quickly untie the knot around you and discard it, and it's kind of just slow burning on the ground and reaches the end of the rope and kind of fizzles out. The embers just emitting a very faint dull glow as the spiders come back into view. They sit just on the edge of the firelight.
Can you ping on the map where they're at? So that's a 15-foot drop, right?
Yeah.
I can't reach that far, unfortunately.
Yeah. But the fire from your claws seem to be holding them at bay. They don't seem to be a fan of light or fire.
Ikru, get across bridge. I'm also going to touch the torch and hand it to him.
I don't
Okay.
need the torch, you just have it for yourself.
Ben, if I continue to hold a wooden stick, we won't have a wooden stick. Now hold the goddamn wooden stick.
Fucking goddamn it. I mean, I don't need it. The thing is, I wanted to pull out my bow and shoot one.
We will not. Well, then you must also cross bridge. I must stand in middle of group to prioritize fire.
All the
Alright, I'll just like either toss the torch here or something, and then just like have my bow ready for when he shoots his fire out.
Okay.
Who's next to cross bridge?
By the way, once I see his fire come out, can I ready an action as soon as his fire comes out to try and shoot an arrow through his fire into one of the spiders?
Funny thing is you think I'm fucking flamethrowering things right now. But
I
it's
thought
fine.
we're going to flamethrower things either way. I still have a fucking arrow.
But it's fine
ready.
because it's meta.
Do I hear all of the interaction?
You do this all
Yeah,
the time.
you guys
How
hear
is
it.
Meta. You do this like legit all the time.
Charlemagne,
I kind of know your behaviors
Do
as
you
a
have
character.
alcohol
all on you.
I do very much so, yes.
Give it.
Just
Don't question it. Just give it to me.
But this could be a possible waste of alcohol.
The very
Hold on,
large
y'all have
spider
spiders that
crawls
don't like-
back
What?
into
What?
the darkness.
Spiders that don't like light, right? Sally's gonna push her way past Shadow.
Ikru.
And can I see something to cast light on? Wait, no, it's touch, so... What do I have here? What
There's some
random-
stones
You know
on the
what?
ground.
I'm just gonna grab stone, cast light on it, and chuck it at the spider.
Okay, roll me a
See?
dexterity.
See,
great.
I didn't have to give away alcohol. Sally
God.
actually did something.
Okay. Sally reaches down, kind of pushes past you all, and grabs a stone. And where are you gonna stand to throw it?
I was just gonna like try to sit on this edge right here. I know I can't technically, but you said you could squeeze past. Squeeze past, chuck it, and just back up again.
Okay, then it'd be with disadvantage.
I can move. Just push me.
No, so she would have to be here or in Charlemagne's space or in Ikuru's space in order to do it.
You can
Charlemagne,
crawl.
move the fuck over.
You can crawl on back. I will hold you. No need for you to risk spider.
They seem to be just
Wait,
sitting
no.
on the edge. The larger one has crawled away at this point.
And now
Okay.
that's what terrifies me.
So,
Where's
hold
the
on.
big
Would I
one?
know that I'm not gonna be able to chuck this thing very well, or?
If you're not gonna be like in full stance, like trying to throw it from the back of him, it's gonna be difficult. Trying to throw it around the corner is gonna be difficult.
I'm just gonna pass it up to him then. I figured I would know that. If I do this, I might fall.
Yeah, she reaches.
His
Yeah.
hands are burning.
That
Isn't
it
that-
You can
is.
still
It
chuck
is.
a rock.
It is rock. So, time. What do you want me to roll, sir?
Dexterity.
Wait, to throw a rock?
Yeah.
No, I want to use strength.
It's just-
I don't
it's-
care if
you
I use
just-
one of them.
You just use a small pebble, right? Like,
I'd
like how
assume
big
I'd
is the
grab
rock?
something size of my palm? Something that can just hold?
That would be strength. It's
Yeah,
just
it's the equivalent of a dart, which is dexterity.
Wait.
But I am not trying to be accurate. I am just trying to throw it.
Alrighty, so roll with strength.
See, it is fine.
Are you aiming for anything?
Just down the hallway.
Okay. You throw it. Just raw power, not trying to hit anything directly, and it launches forward straight towards the wall, and it shatters upon impact, dispersing the light spell that was cast on it. But before, in this slight glimpse, Ikru and Charlemagne, you see maybe 10 of these basketball-sized spiders, all like on the ceiling, on the walls, on the floors, and behind them, you see maybe 100 of like racquetball or softball-sized spiders.
Okay, everybody.
All
time
no
to stop
eyes.
lollygagging.
No eyes, same slightly grayish coloring, and this tendril-like design in purple on their back.
Question.
Hmm.
The sides of this cave that they're like down in.
Mm-hmm.
Can something get stuck in it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, what-
You can't
what
see it.
is- Yeah, true.
What?
What are the sides of the cave made out of?
It's stone, but it's covered in
Stone.
cobwebs.
Yeah, stone covered in cobwebs. Scary as fuck, because fuck spiders in every way, shape, and form.
What seems to be the holdup? Why are we stopped at the moment?
I don't know, but seeing as how many there are down the cave, we need to go. We need to get out of this situation before something really bad happens and it gets very hot in here.
I wish
The
Nomad
doctor.
would communicate through me with telepathy right now, so I could tell him what the fuck is going on. Damn it.
We have spiders, Asda. That's all I know.
Everybody get going across the bridge one at a time. It looks very frail.
Hearing the panic in Charlemagne's voice and the mention of spiders, the doctor's gonna slap his shoulder and cast mage armor, just to be safe. I'm very squishy.
Okay.
I'm very squishy.
All right. You cast mage
Shadow,
armor.
I think you're up first.
What does your mage armor look like?
As soon as I cast it, the vest that I'm wearing just glows this slight purple sparkle. It's already a deep purple coat and it's got this shimmer over it.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since he's in purple and I know I'm very well in purple, do me and him match? 'Cause I know I'm very well in purple.
So is the doctor. The doctor is in deep purple.
The cloth beneath your armor that you put on before you put on the armor, so it doesn't, so you don't chafe or anything like that. It has a slight purple hue, and the raven skull on your holy symbol, the metal is kind of aged and given a like a purple finish type.
Oh, okay, so and then plus the cloak I have on.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so me and him match. I like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Twinsies.
I got a character. Fashion. Let's go.
Crew, make room for other people to get across.
I'm just gonna like back up.
Can I pull out one of my torches and light it on one of Charlemagne's hands as I walk past?
Yeah.
By the way, just so you know, Crimson, I am still stealthing through as I'm making room for people because no fucking clue anything at all. If I'm in complete darkness, I just snap like immediately, and I'm just like, holy fuck.
You also have the torch. You also have the torch right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have the torch. Fuck. Damn it. Okay, well I'm still trying to like hide around corners as I'm like kind of like peeking around, making sure my surroundings are kind of like safe if I were to move forward.
He's trying to rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So off to the right, you see a little bit larger tunnel. Aged the walls are kind of like chiseled stone. And it curves around to the right, and you see a crude looking staircase descend into darkness. There's various pots and urns scattered all around you. Some of them broken, some of them look to be rifled through. Lids broken on the ground, but for the most part, a couple of the urns are in semi-good condition. They're very old. Off to the left, you see another wooden bridge, maybe 20 feet off the ground that you're currently on. And beyond that, another set of stairs.
I'm gonna like kind of stick my ground and kind of just stay there and just kind of just wait for the party at this point, because
Okay.
I'm like I'm pretty much like fucking. Basically, I know I'm not the most strong and able individual to just kind of just go charging forward, so I'm just kind of peeking around the corner and like, okay, what the fuck?
Okay.
I'm very cautious in this tunnel, especially after what being told and after being seen by a giant fucking like a couple fucking giant spiders.
Can I actually wait to light my torch since we already have this one over here?
Yes.
Can I wait to light my torch since we already have this one over here?
You can pick that one up if you would like.
Can I?
Yeah, there's just a torch sitting on the ground.
It's just sitting on the ground.
Can I go ahead and make my way
No, I mean, can
around
I?
it, Mr. DM?
Hmm.
Can I go and make my way across, Mr.
Oh,
DM?
you wanna? Okay, yeah, you wanna make the token available to you.
Give me the torch.
She wants the token to be available to her.
I'm
she's asking.
getting to it.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my way across right here.
I has torch.
Move over to the cats. You're not having sex yet. It's good progress.
Hey.
Actually,
Hey, y'all do it when we're not around. Oh, when we are around. I gotta make sure you aren't around.
It's true.
Well, torch is gone.
I'm just gonna.
We are out of flare.
I have a
Hold
light on my
on.
shield.
I'm
I
just doing
kind of
something.
cast it indefinitely at this point.
I mean, we tabaxis don't need the torch.
You said you have
Yeah, but
light on your shield?
yeah, I have light on my shield.
Yes, but those of our party who aren't tabaxis physically cannot see in dark.
I know.
Yes, you see, Ikru,
Well,
I'm
I
a
want to give
human.
it to one of the
I
other
can't see shit.
I just found out the doctor has 120 feet of dark vision, so I
How?
can see in dark. Shadow magic, bitch.
Ah, fuck you.
So it's me, Charlemagne, and Alistair. They can't see shit.
It's fine because I am actual light. I am also
Yeah.
stone, so
He's everything.
I am wall.
So
I'm
technically,
wall of
only
torch.
Alistair can't see because Sally, you have the light on your shield.
Well, Charlemagne's on fire. He can see Charlemagne.
I am very on fire.
Yeah.
Not very on fire. Just kind of on fire.
So can we move forward a bit to make room for our friends? Yes.
No.
Or screw it, I'll move past y'all.
Okay.
Alright, that's fine. I will just like kind of step towards the towards the wall and kind of brace up against it so he can move past me easier.
I'm just gonna walk past and say, freaking cat's tough. Always make problems.
Oh, hello, Doctor. Glad you were able to join us.
Hello.
So which way are we looking for? Down or up?
We don't know.
Go on, Alistair.
Well, there's another bridge that
Ah,
way,
thank you.
and seems
makes
like
his
I
way
might
across.
be able to see some stairs.
As all of your friends were walking across the bridge, you didn't really hear it creak or anything.
Oh.
It didn't even bend or warp in any way.
Good bridge.
Good.
Okay. Still don't trust bridges. For shit.
Well, up or down? What could go wrong either way?
Who wants to be a temporary leader for the time that I am stuck in back?
Well, where do you want to go? Up or down?
I guess I'll take lead.
I don't know. I cannot see it.
Let's go up.
Stair-
Let's go up.
Stairway down or bridgeway up?
I guess we are going up then. Literary crew is apparently taking stints.
You know what? No, I'm going past the freaking cats. Come on. I want to see shit. I want to see things.
Apparently, Sally is taking the lead.
Yeah, I walk forward.
Uh,
Okay.
This is fun.
Okay,
Sorry for the-
alright, slow down.
Yes,
Going down.
you must all slow down for DM to activate possible traps.
Okay, here, then I'm here.
I'm gonna hover towards the back of Charlemagne.
Very good. Very
I'm
good.
gonna be next to Shadow then.
Okay.
You know, for being a small child, you are actually very intelligent.
She whips around and gives you a glare.
I don't
Sally,
know why I
you
move
read.
forward so much that the doctor would stay in the back as much as possible.
Okay. Sally, you walk forward, and the kind of narrow tunnel opens up into a semi-large, like cavern. Above you, about 20 feet, there's one of the same wooden bridges spanning across, about 25 feet or so.
I have
To
one
your
question.
right, around the corner, you can see a kind of brace for an overbearing rock wall.
I have
And
one
even
main
further,
question.
you can see kind of like a barricade of sorts.
Does any of this scream catacomb to Sally? She's been around enough graves to say, hey, this is a catacomb. Looks like where the people are buried.
This kind of looks. This area kind of screams more so abandoned mine.
This doesn't look like any catacomb I've been to. Looks like a more of mine, if you ask me. So, we got a braced wall, we got a barricade, we got stairs. Can I see how far the stairs lead? Actually, no, I've probably got like 40 foot of light overall. Can I see around that corner? Up top?
You can't see around the corner. The stairs go up about 10 feet,
Alright.
and just over it, there's kind of an incline, and you can see a large boulder, pile of rocks, and
Can I look around for the mysterious no-eyed spiders that I've been hearing about?
Make me a perception check. Nice.
Nice.
You don't see any cobwebs. You don't see any spiders. But you do hear kind of like the scrape of bone against bone.
Scaly boys?
You...
That's probably something Sally would say now thinking about it as well.
I know that's why I laughed.
You're not sure how far it is or what direction it's coming from. It's kind of just echoing very slightly throughout the entire cave.
Sally would probably say skelly boys aloud. Not realizing she said that aloud, pulling a Alistair. Well, barricade, stairwell, or race pathway? I don't know what to call that.
I'm not entirely sure. When we were outside of these caves, I could feel the pull towards somewhere beneath, but now it's just almost as if it's being blocked by something.
Who knows what kind of magic people have these days. So, group vote. Stairwell, barricade, or death wall? I actually had a death wall. Whatever. No ideas? We're rolling a D3.
Let's go ahead and continue to move upwards.
Alright. Up to the stairwell.
It couldn't possibly end horribly.
Also, I'm sorry for the pings to move both me and my bird. I have to ping to do it because I have to click and drag. Hello?
You ascend the staircase, and immediately you see scattered all along the ground are bones and like hide sleeping rolls.
Somebody lived here. Not anymore.
You see...
Any cobwebs?
You don't see any cobwebs.
What's that bone sound?
There's...
It got louder?
It's getting a tad bit louder. But this new cave that you stepped into, this area, is kind of dome-shaped. It... Very slight sounds seem to be magnified.
I don't know what those
you
things are.
step and kick some tiny pebbles, and it echoes through and bounces off the walls and grows louder and louder, and then fades away.
It's getting loud in here. Don't let the cats in here alone.
On the opposite side of the stone that you see, there's a rusted over metal pick with the shaft of it broken. On the end of it, you can kind of see dried, dark red substance on the end of the pick. You look at the small pile of rocks and you see a kind of like wooden sign.
Well, it looks like it was a mine. I'm gonna go over to the sign. Do I know what it says?
Do you read Dwarvish?
Yes, I do. Wait, hold up, make sure. I know a lot of languages. Yes, I do know Dwarvish.
That's actually dwarven.
Yeah.
Whatever.
just want to
Tomato, tomato.
Just want to go ahead and big brain it real quick. It's actually dwarven.
Tomato, tomato.
I speak the language of the angry beard people. There you go.
Also technically correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that is definitely
I would
correct.
say the drunken short people, but yes.
No, angry beard.
You can't get a dwarf drunk.
They're always drunk, so they're never not drunk, which means they're drunk because they're sober, exactly. Logic.
The sign reads, rest with the dragons.
Oh, there's dragons.
Cedric, a defender of the people.
Hey, Alistair. You know a Cedric?
I can't say that I do.
There's a shot in the dark. And where was the pile of Brox's others? I need to move myself for it. Okay, I figured that, but there you go. Huh. I don't know who he is either. Apparently he's the last bastion hope for these people. That's it.
Anybody else moving up?
Nah. Everybody else, go on.
Yeah,
Cats, we can't leave y'all alone. Another bridge, another pit.
You see across the bridge, it spans maybe 8 feet or so. Below it, it's not a long drop. It's maybe about 8 feet.
So it's about half what the other one was.
About, yeah. Off to the left, you see a pile of large rocks and rubble. It's kind of just filling up the tunnel. Off to the right, you see the path kind of just break into multiple areas.
But I can safely at this point assume, even in character, broken mine pick, not a catacomb. This is a mine shaft, right? I know you said that in character.
The feeling you get.
Okay. They did something. Yeah. They wanted something. Yeah.
You can see. You can see kind of. You guys can see like iron veins in the walls. Here, not so much, but as you were making your way through, there's various metals and veins of metal in the walls.
I don't know what the interest of this catacomb is, but hopefully we'll find it. Cobwebs? I don't know. I'm just kind of doing the sticker thing right now.
No cobwebs.
Cobwebs.
You can kind of hear the scraping of bones and rock echoed a little bit more intensely in the area beyond the bridge from this way.
Y'all want to fight skeletons? Or I can only assume is that they are. God, y'all are a silent bunch once I start going somewhere, aren't you?
Well, suppose we don't actually know where the catacombs are.
Well, the idea of bones is kind of promising. The dead are gonna be buried there with a shot.
I mean, boss is relatively connected to death, so I suppose that could be promising.
You want back to the group? Any objections? Good? No? Good. Alright, let's go.
Before we continue to move on, Charlemagne's gonna look back to see if there is anything following us.
You look back, and just beyond the firelight, you see the same spiders.
Everyone, we may possibly have problem.
Are the spiders back?
They've been following us.
You don't see you don't see the large one, but
However,
there are a number of the medium-sized ones, the basketball-sized ones, and
the big one is still not here.
Oh, hold on. Can I like squeeze back to him? Make some way, people. Make some way. Gotcha. I'm just about to.
I mean, you can move through friendly units.
Yeah, can I squeeze past him and just find a rock on the wall and light that as well? Since apparently light doesn't cause concentration, so I can just light everything. At least give us a minute.
Yeah.
So I'll just like light something on the wall.
Yeah, there's various bones around and some stones.
Something to make sure.
Yeah.
That'll do us a minute. And I I don't know whether nicer than character, so I would begin walking across the bridge.
Okay.
Do I... This bridge fall in on me?
So as you walk across it, this one isn't as petrified as the other one.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk across it, one of the wooden slats kind of creaks, and then you lift your foot off of it and walk across it. This one's a little bit more fragile than the other one was.
Charlemagne, be careful.
But you walk across.
Wait, did this one creak?
This one creak.
Yeah, this one
I'm not
creaked.
trying to be mean, but I know you're the only one that rivals the amount of stuff I have on me.
Not
Alright,
super
you
loud.
got
It kind of
water.
echoes a little bit, but for the most part, it's
How's
generally
that bone
quiet.
sound? Get louder again?
Yeah, the bone sound is getting a little bit louder.
Fun. I'll move up here and just sit at the doorway and wait for my friends.
No matter walk across. Okay. You kind of see through the darkness. The lights refracted off the walls. Kind of. This area is a little bit more wet than the others. Once you get here, you see kind of through the darkness and around the corner, just in the dim light of your light spell, you see buried beneath massive boulders and rubble a skeleton with like a unhinged jaw, some patchwork armor, and a broken femur, kind of just trying to claw its way out, not successful at all.
I'd look back and say, I found our friend. And I think he's making remember things I don't want to remember. Onward, shall we?
Is he hostile?
He
I
doesn't
don't
seem
know
to
if
have noticed you.
He's kind of trying to crawl out. So, if we want to get past this sneaky and kill him without people noticing, I shouldn't go first.
Perhaps maybe
Ben.
one of the cats.
Ben,
Yes.
you're up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Scaly boy, unhinged jaw, broken femur. Go deal with him.
Ikro, we must need you to go forward. We need this thing dealt with
I'll
silently.
move out of the way.
If you can do that.
Of course. I'm still stealth, correct?
You would have to roll me one.
Already? Okay, cool.
New enemies.
Do I need to roll you another?
Another stealth? No.
Yeah, you said I need to roll you another stealth, right? To see if I'm
Yeah.
still stealth. Okay.
The 29 is your new stealth.
Okay, cool.
However, you're not in complete darkness.
Okay, that's fine.
But you make your way forward. You make your way forward around the curves of the cavern, and now that you're closer, you can see that the grooves in this almost solid stone floor are about 2 inches deep from where this thing has been clawing into the ground. The end of the bone on its fingers are kind of shattered a little and cracked and sanded.
Okay.
There's a there's a slightly rusted over longsword buried beneath the rubble as well.
Okay. And you said I have to be around here to actually see it, right?
Yeah, once you get there, you can see this You can get closer if you would like.
No, I think I'm good. Which way is it facing right now?
It's trying to claw out this way.
That way. Okay. Then I'm just gonna try and loose an arrow at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And this will have advantage, right?
It's a straight roll.
Okay. I only
'Cause it's
asked
prone.
because he's not exactly taken any combat yet, and so if it'd be with the assassinate, it would be at advantage.
Yes, but it's also prone, and ranged attacks against prone creatures have disadvantage.
Yes, which makes it a normal attack.
Yeah.
Damn. Cool. Fuck.
Okay, roll me damage.
It's not gonna cut it.
Sneak attack? Question mark.
I don't get it off of it because it's just a straight roll.
No.
Although it is surprise.
Yeah.
And I do have another thing if it is surprised. That if it is, hold up. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to roll another? Do I just add another d6 on top of that?
So you get your sneak attack. So roll sneak attack. Pretty sure you're just gonna kill this thing outright, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You silently draw back your bow and loose this arrow in the darkness. It goes through the maybe 2 foot wide areas and straight towards this thing clawing on the ground. It reaches out another claw, attempting to grab and pull itself out, and the arrow goes straight through its eye and shatters the back of its skull, and the arm clatters to the ground, unmoving.
Just because I'm still trying to be silent because I don't know what's coming next, and since we're still moving forward this way, I'm gonna just kind of bring my hand back and just basically signal move forward. To those who kind of notice, it's just kind of me reaching back with the hand that I drew the arrow with and just kind of basically saying move forward.
Shadow probably recognizes the signal.
I mean, everybody should recognize it. It's legit
Oh,
my
yeah.
hand just saying, you know.
Okay. You guys move up. You can move up as far as you would like. The clattering of bones seems to have been stopped, but you could let's see. Ikru and Shadow, you guys can kind of hear the faint scraping of bones and metal behind you being echoed through the caves. Forward, you hear nothing else.
Just gonna slowly move up.
That seems promising.
You move up and you see the skeleton buried beneath the rubble. Can't really see beyond it at all. To your right, around the corner, the tunnel.
By the way, I'm trying to hug this here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be in the wall at that point. But
No,
that is
yeah.
what I'm trying to do, like kind of like peeking around the corner.
Yeah. You peek around the corner and the cave wraps around to the right again.
Okay. I'm taking this basically as slowly as I possibly can. Like
Okay.
when it comes to just my movement, and I know it's annoying probably for the party, but at the same time, I've had to probably assassinate people in caverns like this, and I probably had to run in through one of these more than one time. So I'm kind of like very, very fucking cautious because I've seen some shit.
Once you reach that corner, you look off and it kind of goes up more, and you see the staircase and then just a sheer wall. It's just a solid rock wall beyond it.
I'm just gonna kind of whisper over to in Shadow's ear. Dead end.
Fuck.
Tell the
You crew, you hear in your head. What does it look like up there?
Can I communicate through my mind to him?
You can respond to this message.
Just saying. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll just basically be saying, dead fucking end. Turn around.
I just like the idea that we're playing a game of telephone. Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end.
Yeah, no, that's what
In
I
all
was
of
gonna.
your,
I was
in
gonna,
all of your heads, except for Ikru. Dead end. Well, it kind of sounds like there's more skeletons lurking in the darkness the other way. We've dealt with this one. No.
Let's go have some fun, shall we?
Very well.
Onward then.
Reverse.
No matter
Shall
what
I
he
make
makes
the
his way
leading?
back
reverse,
through.
reverse.
So, hey, we'll lead now.
Oh my god, I can't move myself.
Just, dude, just box it.
I
Box it.
am. That's the thing. It keeps pinging.
Really? Because I'm boxing fine.
You can
No,
just
it's
drag.
whenever I try to move. It's because I've got a bird. I'm having to
So
move
just
the-
box both
I am.
pictures.
It doesn't like moving the bird with me. Why?
So, everyone, we can go down into pit and continue west or east from here.
Charlemagne, off to the left, down. You see.
Left would be this side.
Left is this side. Your left. Because you are facing.
right.
You are facing
Yeah,
this way.
You're right. You're right, fam.
Off to your left, you see the cave split off into three. One straight forward, and kind of through it, you see a pile of rubble. The other two, you hear. You hear the same clattering kind of coming from both. It's definitely getting louder and more noticeable to the other less perceptive members of your party. Mbate, you're just casually strolling through. You don't really hear anything. Low passive perception and all.
Yeah.
Anyway, that looks like it leads down. It's a catacomb that's underground. Probably further.
And the path to the right has a slightly downward slope.
Let's go to the left then. And Charlemagne is gonna crawl down because claws.
Okay.
Like a lizard.
Well, it requires no check for any of you to get down because it's just a slight drop. As you step forward, you see a broken coffin off to the left. Some bones scattered about it, and looks to be like a a wheelbarrow for transporting metals and rocks and whatnot to the surface, laying sideways up against the wall.
I don't think we're going to go anywhere getting north. And from what I can tell right here, it looks like anything east path has rubble going down it. So I think our best option is to go back south.
Then let's go.
You see some skeletons of stout, thick-boned creatures buried beneath the rubble here, and some pickaxes and whatnot lying about.
Those are the bearded drunkards. Yeah, more of them, aren't there?
You continue down that path, and off to your right, the slope increases very sharply, and kind of peeking over the edge is like a metal log, or not a metal log, a wooden log, and same wooden slates. Off to your left, you see a couple bones scattered. The scraping of bone and metal is growing louder from that direction. Couple broken barrels as well.
Well, everyone, it seems like the left path here is the correct one to take. So.
Okay. You make your way forward, and it splits off. Towards the left, you see a bunch of broken boxes and crates, and parts of the walls have fallen in and crumbled. You don't hear anything in particular from that direction. It's kind of a slight collapsing of pebbles, and often on the walls right here you see cobwebs, same cobwebs. Are you guys being stealthy through here?
I'm not.
No?
I am
Okay.
definitely being stealthy.
I'm not.
At every part of this cabin.
Okay. Well,
However, I just rolled a stealth roll.
yes. However, numerous members of your
Parties.
party are not stealthing. So, and you are in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Off in this direction, you see kind of a raised platform carved out of the wall. Maybe this direction. On it, you see another unfurled sleeping mat and a dormant fire pit with a metal pot sitting on kind of like a rack above it. Which way would you like to go?
Let's go north from here.
North? Okay. Are you still leading the party?
If they want to follow me.
I'm gonna just look at Charlemagne. I'm going to scout to the right for a moment.
Okay.
If you say so.
I'm gonna go with Ikru.
Alrighty. Two kitties go right.
Anybody following me?
I am. I don't trust those cats when they go alone.
I'm gonna whisper
will
over.
follow you as well.
I'm gonna whisper over to Kitty. quiet through here.
Should I roll stealth?
Yes.
As she sneezes.
Yeah.
You just echoes through the cave.
Choo 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 choo.
Or stealth?
Well, that would mean death.
Stealthy cats.
Okay. So, first we'll go with the northern party. Since you two are the stealthiest, Nomad, Alistair's gonna travel with the other party. So Charlemagne, once you reach this corner, you peer around to the right, and there's even more of the walls collapsed in. It kind of narrows to about 2 or 3 feet wide. You would have to sidestep to get through there. Off to the left, you see the familiar broken coffin and bones and overturned wheelbarrow.
Good luck, you two. Good luck.
Shadow and Ikru.
If you'll give me one moment, I have to refresh roll 20 because it's not liking me at the moment, but continue.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna refresh.
So
Everyone take a second to refresh.
I just did before y'all started.
It keeps giving me
Okay,
a
I'm
notice
ready.
I'm disconnected from the server.
Yeah, no, Roll20's been buggy for like the last week and a half.
weird.
Thought you guys knew.
So
No.
you both sneak forward. You get to about there, and you see there's this wooden ladder leaned up against the overhang, and slumped against the wall near the fire pit is another skeleton. The bones are kind of lithe. It's covered in patchwork armor. A couple arrows are shot into the chest of the skeleton. Doesn't seem to have noticed you. And it isn't moving.
It's not moving at all.
Nope.
Still don't trust him.
I wouldn't either, but I'm going. But if it hasn't noticed us, we might try to get a bit close. I'm just gonna get like basically to here and see if it's noticed me yet, and I'm gonna hug this wall.
Can I ready an aerial?
What's your trigger?
If it notices us.
So if it starts moving or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Ikru, you go around the corner and approach the wall beneath this thing, and you get as close to it as you possibly can, kind of hugging the wall beneath this slat of a sleeping area, you assume.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for a second. Nothing.
Okay, then I'm just gonna
You
walk.
listen a little bit further, and echoing very, very loudly now, further down the tunnel, you hear numerous bones scraping, and now you can hear wood scraping against stone.
Okay, I'm gonna go up this ladder and just kind of. I'm still stealthing, and so I don't know if it's gonna make any creaking noise. How stable does the ladder look actually? First, before I do that.
It's pretty fragile.
Okay. Can I kind of put one hand on it just to kind of see if it creaks at all, if it makes any sound, anything like that?
You put a little bit of your body weight on it, just on your hand, and it creaks, kind of loudly.
Okay. I'm dealing with that then. And Shadow can hear what I'm hearing, right? Or no? Just me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna then move back. Say, without the rest of them. This is very quiet too. Without the rest of them, I don't think it's a smart decision to keep going down this way.
I agree.
Alright, let's try and move back and see. Maybe we can either get their attention to go this way. We heard more from this direction.
Okay.
Quite loudly as well.
Are you guys continuing up the northern path?
Yeah, we'll try and...
Not you guys.
Oh, sorry.
Continuing with the other party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Ben. Yeah. No, not you.
No, you fuck off.
Okay, so you guys continue around the corner. And looking... You guys go off, continue down. It curves sharply up at one point, and that's when you see the cobwebs get thicker and thicker. You see a pile of rubble and cobwebs down at the end. Once you're there. And poking out beneath the cobwebs and rubble, and from the darkness, you see some shiny keratinous legs. You see the body. Then a spider with no eyes, very large fangs, maybe about the size of a basketball, kind of crawls out to the edge of the cobwebs, shearing away from the light and using the cobwebs as kind of like a filter or softener.
Quick question to the DM.
Yes.
Me and Shadow would not actually know which way they would have gone since there's kind of a fork here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Unless we caught up to them.
You could probably
No.
see the light from my shield peeking around the corner.
This was when you guys were sneaking down here.
Okay.
Yeah, plus
Well, if they
Yeah.
caught up, they
not like
could
they're
sit
being
and see it.
stealthy.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have caught up in time. I think you guys probably would have rounded the corner and came up here.
Well, Charlemagne, if you really don't like spiders, you can have some fun, but I don't think we're getting anywhere this way.
Yes, the rubble is completely covering the entrance.
Then we must turn around.
Choo-choo backwards.
And around.
Reverse,
around,
reverse.
around.
As the firelight goes, the edge of it, you see the spiders crawl out.
You can tap another rock on my way out and cast light on it as well. See if
Okay.
we can get these ones not to follow us.
Ikra, you see you guys reach there as they're coming back around. You'll
Like,
see.
right where we are, or like.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming back into this three-way, and
Any luck? Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
kind of poking out from behind the wheelbarrow up there, you see more of these spiders. About 4 of them. Back down this way, you see about 10 or 12 of the medium-sized spiders. Just a couple of the smaller ones, and the very intimidating form of the very large spider.
Can you ping where they're at?
The large one is over here, and there's a couple medium ones up here.
Everybody, move out of my way.
He's gonna have fun with spiders.
Yes, sir.
This one's very bossy.
Ikru, I'm going to allow you and the rest of the group to handle the one big one.
But isn't there a bunch of smaller ones with that too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but you can handle the small ones. These ones down this tunnel are the best way to make sure none of you get hurt.
The medium ones. When there's a big
I'm
one,
just gonna-
medium ones, and smaller ones down. You know, I don't understand you sometimes. Let's have fun.
As you
Shadow?
walk up
Oh,
to your position, Charlemagne, the spiders kind of shriek a little bit and hide behind the wheelbarrow.
Ow.
Thank you
Rare
for the
pet
sound
noises.
effects.
I'm just gonna kind of look over to Shadow. Ready the firing squad.
The ones around this corner do the same as Sally's light pours out into the cave. They disappear
just
behind the corner.
retreat.
Sally, I must ask you one more time.
What?
Please kiss the loud spell.
No.
I will make sure all of you cover your ears. This may be the only way that we get out of this without having to fight through like 500 spiders.
I'm not
I'm
casting
gonna
it on
turn
you.
it. I'm going to turn around, look at Charlemagne, and say, "You do realize that we are in a very tight space. Nowhere to fucking move, practically.
Exactly my point. I will make them move.
Yes, you make them move, but then there are other things down the way that me and Shadow scouted, where we heard a lot more scraping. I don't exactly want to be mobbed in this tight fucking space by a bunch of fucking skeletons. Nor spiders and skeletons. Fuck that. You need.
But we could get
quiet.
spiders to fight skeletons.
I'd love to see you try that.
Do you somehow speak fucking spider by chance?
Yet, but I mean, if something tries to kill your prey, wouldn't you want to kill the thing trying to kill your prey?
I'm not casting on you. End of story.
I don't know about you.
Roll to figure out if I know anything about these spiders. Why
I
they're
mean,
eyeless.
I'm still talking to Charlemagne just for a second.
Make me nature.
0. Let's go.
You get the sense that they don't use sight.
Good to see.
I'm still looking at I'm gonna just look at Charlemagne real fast and be like, you do realize that if they are living in a general same area, they're probably banded together if they're not fighting each other currently, right?
Yes, but how does a spider speak skeleton in versa vice? There's no way.
Spider as well.
They're coercing within the same living quarters, practically.
I'm not
Yes, but
casting
that's because a
thaumaturgy. End
spider
of
can-
story. Let's go on and find something else to do. Wait, hold on.
This
Hold on,
entire
I got-
way,
never mind.
Shadow, Ikru, and Alistair have all noticed that the spiders have been following you. The large one only just now making itself known, but never moving into the light.
Two of you in front of me, three of you behind me.
Actually, I'm going to. Hold on. Let me see something. That's the range on thaumaturgy again.
We need.
I'm going to cast thaumaturgy on Charlemagne, but I'm going to make his flames grow brighter. Is that something else I can do with it?
That is, I believe.
Yeah, I can make it change color. I can light a small fire, or I can brighten. So I'm gonna make them brighter.
Yeah. Okay.
Him casting thaumaturgy on me also makes me louder, right?
No, it's
No.
the effect.
Damn
Choose
it!
effects.
I'm not giving
Just
you the
make
effect.
me loud.
I'm not.
No.
We're in a cave
No.
with great sound.
Yeah, and you
I
could
know.
also earthquake and we cave in and we all die.
You deafened
Well-
a child.
You deafened the child.
Oh, got her.
Ooh.
Actually.
That's a hardcore
Save the
no you
child,
right there.
Moron.
Okay. So, Sally reaches over, muttering generally the same spell that she cast on you a couple times before. But you don't feel the same power in your vocal cords. Your flames almost double in brightness. The back here, down this way, and up this way are all filled with light, kind of refracting off of the slightly wet walls and the shiny cobwebs.
You know, I knew I could do that, but I never tried it. I like this one better. It doesn't deafen us.
I'm gonna look over to Doctor, and Shadow, and I'm just gonna say, no offense to your kind, Doctor, this stupid dragon thing, I don't think he understands how fucking caves work.
No offense taken. I can tell that he kind of has a mind of its own.
Well, we need to keep moving and find a correct way. I can make him even brighter.
We need to go
Without making
south.
him
We need to
South
go
through
south.
that cave.
And then take the other cave that me and Shadow went down.
Alright, so that south, living torch. Would you like your colors to be purple? I can do that.
That would be great.
I'm
Dr.
going
Johnson.
to do that.
Okay. So you guys continue. Who's leading the charge?
I'm assuming the human torch I just made.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without him spending anything.
Alrighty, Charlemagne, you are leading the party.
Indeed, I am.
I'm gonna keep him every minute or so, just keep casting on him. I'm gonna give up on light if he's doubling in flame size, then
You guys,
his fire light outcast mine.
you guys walk forward, and always at the edge of the light, you see the spiders.
Keep getting inside people. Thaumaturgy has a 30-foot range.
Isn't that
so
the
I can
goal?
You are not supposed to.
I'm a
be
chick.
by
It's supposed to be
me
the other way around, you see.
at all. It's not
But,
possible.
As you make your way into this tunnel, first thing, you hear that scraping of bones immediately in front of you and around the corner. Let's stay here for a second. Let me
I see
describe.
Go forward. He's got a BDM. Also, doctor's inside me now. You happy now, Charlemagne?
I'm on top of it, crew.
This is
We
not-
know.
You know, that's no surprise.
We know. It's a
It's
dark.
your-
It's a dark area, and sound is amplified. Why wouldn't you two be?
The
Exactly.
doctor moves very quickly out of the way.
Ikaru literally legit just hug Shadow. Hello there.
And Cal Franz's greatest love machine is alone.
Around the corner, you hear the scraping of bones and metal against stone. And Nomad kind of whispers from behind you, This is definitely the way. I can see the darkness pulling. It's all over the walls. You make your way forward. As you round the corner, an arrow is loosed into your direction, and it shatters against the wall.
Turn order.
Was I able to see where the arrow came from?
Same direction that skeleton was. Judging by the trajectory of it.
Damn bastard.
Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Feels bad this isn't my Sunday campaign, where I have a 9 to initiative and advantage. Feels bad.
Ooh, feels bad. The rogue is 8.
Yeah.
You know the same thing as
really
me.
Bad. The
Oof.
assassin rogue is 8.
That's a hard oof.
Shadow is ready to fuck some shit up.
So
Doctor is
Charlemagne
ready.
and Doctor.
Apparent-
I'm just gonna
apparently-
chill here, kind of happy.
Kitty,
Shadow
apparent-
says
apparently-
she didn't shoot that thing because she wanted to.
And
Doctor apparently doesn't like dead things. So.
Well, you guys had 25 stealth on a
Two of
dormant
us aren't
creature
stealthy.
and didn't wake up. They're not stealthing.
29 and 20.
Charlemagne kind of refuses to stealth. Everybody should know where Charlemagne is at all times.
We've seen what happens when Sally tries to stealth.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Doctor,
Apparently, Icar was a bit distracted looking at Shadow again.
you heard the shattering of an arrow against stone.
Oof. Can I hold my action? I mean, I can't fit through this, right? I can't squeeze through. The
You
doctor's
can
pretty
make your
big,
way through your friendly units, but you can't share the same space.
Got it. I guess the doctor will, move to right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here. Can I get right here?
Yeah.
Right there, and then let's see, what is that? Is that a skeleton? I will.
As you round the corner, you see up on this carved out platform of stone, bedrolls in a dormant fire pit, and a skeleton drawing another arrow to loose.
As soon as the doctor sees that, he will reach into his jacket pocket, pull out a small pearl, and then activate it as it becomes a giant orb, and he'll throw a chromatic orb of lightning at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your spell.
Let's see.
You loose the chromatic orb over Charlemagne's head, and it sparks against the wall and kind of crackles along all of the water, and dissipates. And the skeleton just still standing there, drawing its bow.
Okay, and then the doctor will take, what's that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh no, that's all its movement. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Shadow.
She wants to fuck this thing up. I said she wants to fuck this thing up. So, can I see this clearly? Do I need to move up?
You can kind of see around the corner, but not really having a good shot on this thing, even with your sharpshooter.
Can I like hug the wall? Would I be able to? No.
Not right there. You'd have to step into this space.
All right, stepping into this space. I am gonna go ahead and do one of my magical arrows.
Okay.
I would like to use the Brute Bane.
Alrighty. Go ahead and loose your attack.
So that one's just with my longbow, right? The Brute Bane.
Yeah. And then you'll do Brute Bane after it.
That's an ouch right there.
Ooh.
Thank God
Luckily,
I'm behind
Sally
you.
isn't standing in between you.
Yeah,
and the
thank
car.
God for once.
Yeah, thank
I'm
God
not
nobody-
standing in front of her.
Jesus.
Can I get advantage on that?
Unfortunately, no.
Why
He-
not?
It heard you guys coming. Despite if you and Ikru were stealthing, the rest of the party is not.
Fuck you
Fuck
guys.
That's a loud
Fuck
dragon.
you
You
guys.
guys.
Look,
So,
I put something in Discord. It's
uh,
It wouldn't have mattered if I was stealthing. I'm a literal light bulb.
yeah.
So, go ahead and input Brute Bane into chat.
He's more of a he's more of a lad.
I believe it's in your spells. Or it's in your
I think you need a
feats.
simple button for her to push or something.
Let me see.
Just give me a button. Because I have my bursting in here. I just don't.
Yeah, I'll have to make you a Brute Bane one. Okay, so that's what it does. You draw back your bow and you fire, and it hits an edge of a rock at a very odd angle, and it kind of curves and shoots against the wall and bursts in flashing light and shakes the cave a little bit.
Fuck.
Not again.
If only you would have made me loud, this wouldn't
I need
have happened.
I need Shadow, Charlemagne, and the Doctor to make me a dexterity saving throw as a stalagmite falls from the roof.
Dios mío. This is bad.
Damn. Fuck my rolls tonight.
Oh.
No, in the end, fucking. Oh well, I did this.
Okay. Shadow,
God
you
damn.
take.
How much damage is he gonna do to? One.
You take a point of piercing damage as this massive stalactite falls on you, and you see Charlemagne just hold up his shield, and the one above him just smashes into pieces against it, and the Doctor kind of sidesteps out of the way of the one falling on him, but
Cha-cha real smooth.
you're kind of
Slide to the left.
blinded for a split second by the light from the arrow, and it impales into your shoulder,
Ouch.
and you take 1 point of piercing damage.
That's a sturdy skeleton we got here.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I have another shot, don't I?
Yes, you do.
That's initiative.
That's
Oh,
initiative.
God.
I forgot to do that.
But for
Let's
else?
try this again.
yeah.
That's better.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
That'll hit
damage
it.
on that.
That's better.
still hurt.
I
I just had to get the bad roll out.
Yeah.
Let's
By
hope it
causing other
stays there.
cavemen and giving Sally PTSD.
You draw back the bow, and the tip of the arrow is covered in frost. And you unleash it, and tiny snowflakes kind of burst out from where you fire the bow from. And it strikes against the chest of this skeleton. You split one of the arrows impaled on its chest in half, and it's launched through the skeleton and buries itself in the wall behind it.
Did it take the skeleton back with it?
No.
Pierce him against the wall.
Oh, I was thinking maybe like if it shot through and just froze him.
Kind through the piecemeal armor, you can see that some of its ribs are broken. It's very difficult to hit something that big. Charlemagne,
Nah.
what would you like to do, comrade?
Charlemagne thinks.
I assumed so.
No, you're gonna try to do cat things.
Well, I mean, I could technically do kid things. I have claws.
Yeah.
I try to do shadow things.
If you hand me bow, I can technically do shadow things too.
Shut up and do Charlemagne things.
I don't think you're close enough.
So this is like a 10-foot wall up to the thing, and it's standing.
Oh, well then, let's go up there.
So you're right here.
It doesn't matter.
Good luck getting up there.
I have claws. I can climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have the movement for it.
I have claws. I feel like if I want to climb, I can climb.
Yeah. So you run forward, and quickly claw your way up this rock, and strike at the skeleton, about to kind of aiming at you, sort of, and pulling back its bow, and you strike at it. Roll me damage for the second one.
I also just want to go ahead and use my bonus action to grapple it. Oh, didn't mean to post that twice.
Okay. Are you grappling onto it with your claws, or are you munching on it?
I'm munching.
Okay. So you guys watch as Charlemagne climbs up this rock face and slashes at it twice. The skeleton dodges out of the way of the first one, but kind of like a side hook, Charlemagne slashes along its chest and then bites into its collarbone.
Nice.
Okay. Alistair gonna do Alistair things.
Oh no. That usually means something very explosive and very anyway. But it's fine, because if it's anything fire related, I have resistance.
Let's see. What does this thing do? Nomad's gonna he's gonna walk forward, and he is going to No. Gosh, all of his things are so AoE.
I told you, everything about Alistair is very AoE and very explosive-y.
Explosive-y.
It's all evocation-y.
Yeah.
He's very evocation. It's terrifying.
Sure, you know what?
I mean, he has a crossbow, right?
Yeah, he's gonna shoot it with a crossbow thingy.
Thank God.
I don't think
Thank God he has advantage because I'm grappling.
Nope. It just grapple just means it has no speed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I better remember giving somebody advantage to hit.
Nope, that's restrained, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it just can't move. So. Yep. Nomad takes out his crossbow and unleashes a bolt, and it goes straight through the ribs of this thing, not making contact. Clattering, or exploding against the wall.
No, thank God it did not hit me.
Skelly Boy's turns.
Well, he can try.
You hear the scraping of bones and metal making its way up to you through the darkness. Skelly Boy next to you is going to attempt to slash at you with its longsword. Nope. Okay. And nope. He wildly tries to make 2 slashes against you, but it just can't get the angle right and just glances off of your armor and your shield.
Are you accounting for 22 or 25? Because technically I moved that turn.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It didn't roll above a 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because
I know. Okay. Ikra.
Gonna step just right in between here.
Okay.
Look at Skelly Boy and decide I don't like him.
Okay.
Because I wanted to shoot him before, but I didn't have any reason to because he wasn't moving. So I'm gonna just shoot him now.
Yes, it is your fault we have to do this now.
Okay, go ahead and roll me damage. And sneak attack.
Oh, don't worry. How's Skelly Boy feeling? Because if he's pierced in the wall, I'm happy.
He is not pierced in the wall. Your arrows don't seem to do as much damage as you want. However, it being locked in combat with Charlemagne and currently its collarbone being crushed beneath his maw, you kind of strike at the base of its spinal cord, right at its neck, and sever it a little bit.
Nice.
Going for the critical one-shot kill shots. Not quite killing it though. Sally, or anything else you would like to do?
On a bonus action, I'm just gonna kind of hide. Cause rogue.
From and behind what?
Probably like behind, like using this wall almost as cover. Here, and kind of hugging this wall here.
From what?
From basically anything that's coming around the corner, because you did say that things were coming.
Okay,
that
so
you
you're
were
you're hiding
running.
from anything that comes this way, not from this dude.
No. This
Okay.
dude is currently locked in combat with him. I'm not worried about him.
Okay. Good to know. Sally.
So I'd like to turn around. Does she see the spiders?
Yes. You see the spiders at the edge of the light.
Sally don't like spiders. And Charlemagne went far away.
Yeah, but remember my light is amplified.
Yeah, but...
So everything you are currently seeing that isn't gray is my light. So you're still like 10 feet away from them.
Yeah, I know, but I can't really get in range to do anything either. Can I even get line of sight on this guy? Like,
not really. You can't share space with anyone.
You wish big cow.
You can't really shoot from there.
I'm just gonna... Since I can't really do much...
You can attempt to... Let's see.
It's like, I figured there's not really much I can do.
You can move to here.
Can't move to there, but I also can't see what's there, technically. What go...
You can make your way through your friends.
Can I smack Skelly Boy from right there?
No. That would require you going up the ladder.
You know what? I'm gonna see if this man can hear. I'm gonna move over to where you said.
Yes! Make me very loud!
No, I'm casting Toll the Dead on the boy.
Okay. Go ahead and
I
roll
want
your
to
spell.
see if the Skelly Boy can hear.
Charlemagne is
Feels bad. That's a shitty roll for a D7. Or a D12.
Okay.
7 out of 12 is not that bad. It's a higher end. It's a higher end of the roll.
The 2 D12s.
Oof.
He does not get resistances due to, where is it? Reaper. Wait, no, it's new thing. Yeah, it's this one. This one. He don't even get resistance if he's resistant to necrotic.
Well, that doesn't matter because
Can you hear?
you tong the bell and none of you hear it, but for some reason the skeleton starts writhing and then the bones just explode outward and fall to the ground in pieces.
nice.
I like that.
Charlemagne, you're still chewing on a bone though.
It's my bone!
You've got a toothpick. You've got a toothpick.
Ouch!
You
This is offensive.
However, Sally, you can hear and kind of see the why isn't it letting me?
I'll be whispering like very quietly.
There we
No
go.
bark.
You can hear and kind of see a couple more skeletons down the way, just like sprinting towards you all.
All right, chop chop, people. We must be gracious hosts. We have more friends coming. Who wants to go first?
Doctor.
Okay, the doctor's gonna turn around now, looking kind of down this hallway that we came from. Do I see any spiders?
Let's see. You don't have a light source on you, do you?
No, but I have a pretty good dark vision.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how far away they are.
And Charlemagne's still double the brightness.
True, true.
The light is kind of refracted around the corner. You can't see anything, but you can definitely feel the presence of something watching you. Watching. They can watch with echolocation.
The doctor's gonna move over here. It's only a place he can really move. And can't really see anything. Guess we'll move up here. Can I get to right here?
To There? Yeah.
I'll look down the hallway and I'll see a skeleton.
Yeah. You round the corner and you see these two skeletons sprinting towards you with long swords in hand. The one in the back is kind of pulling out its bow.
I see what Sally just did, and the bones that are tattooed on my body will glow, and a similar ringing will come out, and I will also cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. On which one?
I have found my best friend.
Let's see. On the closer one to me.
Closest one? Okay.
And he has not been hit yet, so...
Sally and the doctor are soulmates.
And Kelfron's greatest love machine is still alone.
Okay, you can go to Kelfron and get anyone you wanted.
I have wife in Kelfron.
She's not married to you.
She will be.
You're dating.
Yes!
The DC is actually 15. I don't know why it still says 14, but the DC is 15.
Okay. So you toll the dead, and the dead do not like it. It writhes in pain and kind of stumbles into the side of the wall and just keeps scraping the longsword along behind it.
Okay, and let me see. I believe I can use some sorcerer points to make that a bonus action.
You'd have to spend the sorcerer points beforehand.
Oh, before? Okay,
yeah.
No problem. I'll keep that in mind. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Shadow, what would you like to do?
I'm not gonna try to squeeze past everyone because I don't know exactly where anything is down there. So what I'm gonna do...
There's space up here.
Where? Up there?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I want to summon Frostbite.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
In this tiny ass
Where would you like to summon this large creature?
Well, how big is he? Hold on.
He's a large. He's a large
He is,
creature.
I don't think he'd even fit. Can he fit anywhere? No, he could fit right here.
I don't remember him being that large, but...
Yes, he is large.
Boy.
He is big strong.
He is slightly an amorphous shape. He can move through, but like if he tried to attack within the close quarters, he would definitely have disadvantage.
He would not like.
Okay, then how do I get up here?
Just go.
Climb.
You have climbing speed, so
Yeah.
it just requires your movement.
You're a cat. You just chink.
You can just place your claws up on top and kind of yeet yourself up top of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna yeet myself up there somewhere.
Okay.
You hold 1, 2, chink, yeet.
And then I'm gonna scoot. Can I scoot? If I like go right here, technically, on the edge here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
You cannot see them from there.
No, I know. Okay. I'm gonna scoot around Charlemagne and the dead guy. Can I see them from there?
Yes, you can.
Cool. I want to shoot the guy in front.
Fire away, fire away.
No.
You're welcome.
please.
You're welcome. Awesome. Roll your damage for that one.
Damage!
Ooh, that's good damage.
I like it, the damage.
Let's see.
You give it a big like.
Kind of notice how with the first one, the piercing arrow didn't really do as much as you want it to do. But the cold definitely takes, and its shoulder is slightly frosted over for a second, and then it scrapes into the wall again, stumbling after the shot, and hefts its longsword. Another shot.
Yeah.
Same one.
Yep.
Look
Thank
at
God
that.
She has advantage. Thank God she doesn't have disadvantage. Thank God.
Wow.
Look
Because
at that. Roll. You know what? Yeah, I don't think. Go ahead and roll damage. Actually, I wanna see. So
What is?
it's accounting for
Many?
crit damage, but dice times 2. It. So that's. Yeah. So you draw back your bow. After the first one kind of made it stumble, it lurches forward again. Its jaw going slack and raising the long sword. You find that single opportunity as it opens its mouth. You see the spinal cord through its mouth, and you loose the arrow, and it goes straight through the spinal cord, shattering again in frost against the back wall, and its bones frost over, and then they scatter out in front of it.
Nice. Am proud. Shadow is feeling very good about herself right now.
Okay, Charlemagne.
The doctor he just got done killing the dead, and when he looks up, it just explodes, and he's very surprised.
Womp. Can I see this one now?
Yeah, you can see it. Ouch.
Ooh.
Roll your
that's a
damage
big
for
ouchie
both.
right there. Aw.
Not a lot of damage, but it's hits. I'm not a mage, you guys. Best I can do.
I mean, for me, the 3D die was on the 10, then boop.
You let loose your 2 Eldritch Blasts, and they spiral around each other and blast into the chest of this thing, and it's kind of staggered back a little bit, and it raises its bow again, ready to shoot at you.
It's very entertaining.
Best of luck.
Alistair pushes his way up and
Weird mystic things.
he does weird mystic things, walks up to it, and we're running out of time, and he snaps his fingers and Roy Mustangs the shit out of this thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh no. This is very contained, the cave. This could be very bad.
Let's do...
Sorry.
Stop it.
This could be very, very bad.
Actually, I'm gonna adjust
T,
this.
don't tell me to stop dying. Okay.
Stop dying.
Stop dying!
Stop
No.
dying. You become dummy thick for sneaking.
Okay.
He doesn't want that thing around.
This thing ignites in flame. And you guys see as the flash of light ignites the cave, the purplish flames spreading across the walls, immediately drying up whatever moisture there was there. The broken coffin beneath it instantly turned to ash. you watch as the flames crawl over its bones, they kind of just fade out, not catching. And then he's gonna step back behind you. Skelly Boy, the last one that you know of, is gonna look at the burned and charred bow in its hands and run forward with its long sword.
Hello there.
And it's going to attempt to slash at you.
I am Wall.
Hello there, friend. I am Wall. Can I interest you in not getting past me?
And it comes down, but you hold up your shield, and it kind of clangs off of it, and it staggers it back, and it's gonna attempt to swipe at you again.
Hello, I am Wall.
You moved correctly.
I did. I am at 22.
You take 17 points of damage.
Oh, he was hit.
That's fine.
As you hold up your shield, it clangs, and the longsword jolts back, shaking through its bones, and it takes one grip and slashes across your midsection.
Oof. Ouch.
I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm still fine.
This is fun.
It makes no sounds, no screeching or whatever, but just this empty, hollow toll of the dead. Ikru.
See how nobody laughed at that?
I know. That was a bad one. I'll admit to that.
I move to here.
What?
Sorry, I was busy posting this.
On top of where Dead Skelly Boy is here.
Okay.
Move here. And then I fire an arrow at that asshole.
Okay. Damn. Go ahead and roll me damage. That does
Does that hit?
Wow, feels bad.
It's okay.
Alright.
Guess what? Guess what?
Alrighty. So, well, you draw your bow and kind of bracing yourself against the wall. You unleash it just as it's about to raise its sword for another attack, and you sever the spinal cord, and its head, its skull, flies off and bounces off of Charlemagne's shield, and the bones clatter to the ground.
Nice.
Can I like look and to see if there's any of the spiders nearby?
Let's see. From your position, you can't see spiders.
Mm-hmm.
You get that that spidey sense of something watching you.
No.
I'm gonna keep going. You can't stop me.
You want them to fuck off.
You cannot stop me.
He's unstoppable.
But yeah, you get that feeling that something's watching you.
Quote watching.
Sometimes it feels like somebody's
Somebody
watching me. I had to, I'm sorry.
Charlemagne's gonna go ahead and go hang himself now.
I'm going to Kermit suicide.
Kermit suicide.
Oh no. Let the memes ensue.
Look, DM asked for it. He's the one making the peek around the corner.
He started it.
I just made it entertaining. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, actually, this is for Charlemagne. Charlemagne, are your arms still on fire?
Nah, actually.
I
Which
want to
should
make them
have-
brighter again. And I want to make them purple. Because I can do up to 3 of these at the same time.
That's one thing, but it's fine.
I can do 3 at the same time, so I want a brighter and purple.
I actually forgot that my arms were on fire when I claw attacked the one that was up here.
That's fine.
That would have added a d8 of extra damage. Feels bad. But yeah, now I am glowing purple light.
Yes. Really bright purple light.
How wide would you say? How wide would you say my light is?
It's 60 feet at the moment.
It is bright. And it's purple. I can really set some mood lighting with this. That just went through Sally's head. Like, holy crap! I can really do some things with this.
Hey, you can set mood lighting for you and the doctor.
I just set mood lighting. What are you talking about?
No, I'm gonna set mood lighting for you two, and then thaumaturgy both of you, so everyone knows exactly what you're doing.
Crimson, look at what I did to your beautiful
I
map.
think you think that we're embarrassed by this.
I did such a good
I mean,
job.
the way she acts.
And while there is time, I'm going to go ahead and gain back 9 HP.
Okay.
I am still fine. So we shall continue to move on, comrades. Wait, you took away my light?
You already have light.
I want purple light.
No.
Purple light.
He is purple. I did do it.
I have purple light going. What are you talking about?
Don't make me deny access to your character token.
What? Why would
Don't
you
make
do
me.
that?
Don't make me.
Why would you do such a thing? Come on, everybody. We must move forward.
How do you like the color change? I think it suits you.
So do I.
You seem frustrated at someone. What's wrong?
Come on, it is actual purple light. Why would you make it not purple?
just rechange your character token, Photoshop it entirely purple.
Well, it did it again. Stop taking away my purple light.
I can't even see what's happening.
Yeah, no one can see it.
No, nobody, but this is for me. Why would you take this away from me?
Because I don't want to see it. I don't want this purple flooding my screen.
Oh wait, you can change the color to purple?
Oh, it's much worse on your end.
Oh yeah, because he didn't have to deal with the light,
yeah.
lighting.
It is much worse.
Yeah,
on your end.
now you see why I don't want it.
That's genius. I don't care what you're talking about. For now on, we are changing. I'm going to permanently thaumaturgy Charlemagne to make him purple.
Okay. I'm gonna deny access.
Okay, fine. I am turning it off.
God.
He just sees a bubble, a 60-foot wide of purple. Best thing I ever did was read through thaumaturgy again. Like, what other crap could I do with this?
You only needed to ever know the one thing, and that was to make me loud.
Yeah, they did cause a cave-in. I don't feel like going with that.
Yeah, no.
You guys approach. Okay.
But
okay, come on.
We're frustrated with the DM.
You guys approach this three-way intersection. One path to the left. There's some rocks and boulders tumbled in on the wall, but it's not completely blocked. There is a crate around the corner to your right. Where would you like to go?
Following the newly made purple dragon. Sally is smiling, very proud of herself.
Okay, you guys clamber your way over the rocks. And Charlemagne, you're the first through, and sprawled out is maybe enough bones for about 30 bodies. There's a very crude medieval crane one end has a very large stone on it, and it's tied to a log that's in a y-axis pivot so that it can be moved. And it's hauling up these large rocks with gold veins in them. But parts of the rock are covered in like black ichor. There is a ladder to your left going up about 20 feet. And along the walls you see handprints of black ichor, and there's like an inscription on this wall right here. What would you like to do?
We will continue to move forward. Because Charlemagne does not understand magic too well.
Okay, you all move in, and Charlemagne, the closer you get, the more you recognize the language. It's kind of crude and ancient, but it's definitely draconic in nature. Then the bones along the ground and kind of up on the platform, poking over the edge, they're all covered in the same black ichor viscous liquid, kind of like just black blood. And this is the message that you guys see.
Charlemagne is going to go ahead and attempt to read it.
Okay. It's a tad bit different. The design of the letters are more ancient than what you have read, but with the help of Alistair, kind of that he's from the old world, you decipher it or translate it, and it says, "All who enter, beware."
Everyone, make sure to be careful when going into this next room.
It looks to be kind of like a wall of stone at the edge over here. There's kind of ornate carvings of runes in draconic language, just like general spells that resemble the ones from the temple that you fought Gargax in.
Can I read the Draconic?
They're just kind of they're more like elements and like arcanic runes, more than like a phrase or language or something like that. But they're very draconic in nature. They resemble the draconic language.
The doctor would like to step forward to those and see if they mean anything to him.
Go ahead and roll me a Arcana check.
Okay.
This magic is much different from what you're familiar with. You can definitely tell that it's magic. But it's like a sheer wall.
Can I give a random shot at the runes?
Sure. Give me
Reason
Arcana.
not to. I've got a 0 in it, so let's see what I get. This is why I do this.
You've
So it
you've
seems
come into
sad.
contact with a similar spell. Back at the school. Where you learned how to be or where you learned your affinity with magic and with the gods. This is an illusory spell.
Gonna walk up to it, read it, somehow know it. Gonna pull my warhammer out.
The configuration of the runes, though different, it generally resembles
It's recognizable.
it generally resembles the construction of a illusory spell.
Just take my warhammer out, and I'm gonna stick it towards the wall.
You stick it through the wall.
I figured it out. Let's go, shall we? Don't ask. I don't have an answer.
Alrighty. Are you first through?
Probably. I stuck my hammer through the wall.
Okay.
I will follow right behind.
My inner Sunday came out. I pull off crap like this constantly on my Sunday night sessions, and I'm a fighter. It's the best thing. It's bleeding out, and I love it too much. Where are we? Oh, there we are. This is a big map. Holy crap!
Allow me to.
Are we not in the bottom left?
No, we're in the top left.
Oh, there
We're usually in the bottom left.
Well, we
we're
came
not.
in a different side.
This is what happens when I roll for no reason. It's always Arcana for me as well.
I have fixed for this. I have fixed for no lights.
I mean, you're still a purple dragon.
That did not work. I apologize.
Yeah,
Okay.
lethal. For context, on my Sunday session...
I already changed it, don't worry.
Freaking... On my Sunday session, a gunslinger figured out the... What's that wizard spell? It's the dome that blocks lower level spells from going in but not out. Something like that. There's a wizard spell, it's dome with something.
Excuse me while I give you all light. and
My
vision.
apologies.
Okay. I believe you're all good now. Yes. Okay.
Sally, I will take a lead from here.
Alright.
You walk through, and immediately you're faced with a wall, and to the right is this very ornate set of stairs. Along the walls are carvings of dragons and skulls and golems and it's like a very strange storyboard of sorts. As you make your way down, you notice that the walls are stained with this same black ichor that you've been finding. And you descend down the stairs and come to a corner, and as you look around, you see into the darkness, and you see a massive room. This is kind of Alistair kind of glances at the walls and pulls tight his clothing, his robe. This is definitely the place we were meant to go. I can feel something evil here.
Oh, goody. Perfect. Just what I was looking forward to today. More evil shite.
You guys round the corner, and the 15-foot tall tunnel or hallway, more like, kind of opens up into this large vaulted room before you. I forgot to include this on the map, but before you see this very ornate stonework all across, and up and to the left and to the right there's like balconies but no doorway. And before you is just this ornate stone. You get the feeling that something's watching you. You look behind you, past the light. You don't see any spiders, but you do just feel that overbearing, intense evil that you felt when the shadowy form of Boss emerged from the book. We're gonna take a break there.
Oh, thank God I have to go to the bathroom.
You're welcome.
Crimson, I hate you. I hate you. Ah!
Why?
Ah!
I'll be right back, everybody.
Ah!